Welcome everyone, James here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at these Vibra Bites by Hikari. Now these Vibra Bites are just a simple bloodworm like pellet, but I am told that they are supposed to be very good as an alternative to live or frozen food for dwarf pufferfish, and since I have two that will only eat live or frozen bloodworms and the occasional snails, then I'm hoping that this is going to be the answer to my solutions, because I want something a bit more nutritional for them instead of just feeding them the same kind of foods. I'm a big believer in feeding different kinds of foods to all of my fish, and this is no different for these pufferfish. So let's take a look at them. So these are the bites. According to the pack, they are equivalent to a worm-like stick, so they should float first of all according to the packet, and when you put them into the water they mimic the looks of a bloodworm. So I'm really hoping that these are going to attract my pufferfish, because feeding bloodworms is great, frozen ones and that, but I do like to mix it up and give a bit more nutrition, and there's only so many times you can put either pest snails in there or just bloodworms, because it doesn't seem like anything else is working. So I'm going to try these and hopefully they'll get on really well with them. So according to the pack, they have incredible color enhancing effects. They're a worm-like stick with a purpose, completely safe live food alternative, and they have unique ingredients which offer outstanding tastes. As you can see very helpfully, there's a sticker on here with a barcode on it, but it says that it's got krill in it, like wheat flour, flaked corn, dried yeast, gluten, fish oil, vegetables, sucrose, polyesters, mealworm, and a few other bits and pieces. So lots and lots of healthy benefits there, vitamins, all that sort of stuff, which I'm hoping is going to be really beneficial for my puffers. One thing I will say is the packaging looks really good, feels really good. I like the fact that when you tear the top off, it's got a popper that you sort of close so it can seal and keep the freshness in. Obviously it's foil or aluminium, so hopefully they'll last a long time. Looks like the date on it says a couple of years time, so yeah, all good. So let's get it open and have a look inside and see what they are. If I can actually get into the pack. I'll grab a pinch so everyone can see. So this essentially is what they are, tiny little worm-like equivalent. So let's get some into the tank and see what happens. This is the puffer tank. As you can see, I have two dwarf pufferfish right there. You can see them very happy there. There's lots of shrimp in there, which the puffers don't even seem to be interested in. I only happen to put a couple in there, but yeah, they seem to be breeding like crazy. But yeah, let's put some of the pellets in then and see if they take them. Doesn't look like they appear to be interested in actually trying them. They're very interested in what's floating around. Don't know so far. Hopefully after a little while they might sort of be interested in them. I've read a good idea to introduce the puffers to them is to put some of these in the juice of like bloodworms, and hopefully they'll get the taste for them and think it's the same thing. Don't know if you can see with all the algae there, but the shrimp seem to be loving them. It's been 3 days now since trying to feed these Vibra Bites to my pufferfish. Nothing seems to be working so far, so what I've done this time is I have added some Vibra Bites in some juice or some water, which the bloodworms that I had, some frozen bloodworms that were in, and I fed them already, but I kept the juices and I put these Vibra Bites in them just to sort of mix it up, and these have been soaking for about 24 hours now, so I'm hoping that they will get the taste of it and take it this way. So it's been nearly 3 weeks now and I'm still having no luck feeding these to my pufferfish. They still just will not take them. So what I've done now is I've added them with a little bit of copepod juice and some live copepods in there. Hopefully they will take them using this method. So it's worth a shot. Let's give it a go. So it seems like the shrimp absolutely love these Vibra Bites, but I just cannot for the life of me get these puffers to eat them. They just seem to look at them but not really do much else. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think in the comments below. Alright everyone, so it's been about roughly 5 weeks now since I started trying to feed my pufferfish these Vibra Bites, and I can honestly say after all the trying I've not managed so far to get them to take it. In terms of a pellet food for other fish, it's brilliant. I mean, all my other fish take it, quite literally everything from live bearers that I've got, angelfish, hatchet fish, shrimp, guppies, the lot. Everything absolutely loves this. So it's not a fish related to the food kind of problem, it's more just a very fussy couple of pufferfish that I have. I was hoping that this was going to be the answer to all of my solutions, but it just seems no matter what I try, the puffers just will not take it. When I mixed it with any kind of live or frozen bloodworms, still didn't want to know. Even when I soaked it in it for a few days, I tried with other live foods. I've tried mixing it with other foods such as fish flakes, pellets. It's just unbelievable what I've tried, but yeah, I still can't get them to work. Maybe it'll happen over time. I do keep feeding it almost every day. I try to obviously give the puffers something, but I have also tried sort of starving them out for a week and seeing if they will then take it, but it still seems like even in the hungriest of times they will not touch this stuff. In terms of costing then, well, this is a 35 gram bag and it was about £5, just under slightly. And value for money, I mean the pack is pretty much filled to the brim. When I got it, obviously I've used a fair few now, but that's where the seal is, sort of at the top there, and I'm probably about there, so I've got a good chunk of the packet left, and I feed it quite generously as well. I'm not one to just sort of sparsely feed my fish. I do like to give them a good chunk of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think that you get a lot for the packet. I think the quality of the pellet's really good. They don't tend to float for very long. They tend to sink quite quickly, which is probably a good thing. Although I did notice when I was feeding it to some of my guppies that as soon as it got past the sort of surface level area and hit the floor, they weren't really that interested. So it's something to bear in mind of if you have bottom feeders. Will absolutely love this stuff. Customer service wise, well, I haven't had any dealings with Hikari's customer service yet. I have had no problems with it or any reason to contact them. I bought these out of my own money as well, so I've had no reason to speak to them about gifting or anything like that. So this is just an honest hands-on experience and my opinions of what I think this pellet has been like for me. So I think the product is really good. Would I buy it again? Yes. Would I feed it to puffers? At this moment in time, it doesn't work for me, but I have heard lots of people say that they have had success feeding this stuff to dwarf pufferfish. So who knows, maybe in time they will take them, and if they do, I will be the first one to update this video. If you like this video and want to see more like this in the future, click this button right here. And until next time, you stay safe.